You ever wonder how you keep getting caught up in the same situations over and over with repeating the same mistakes, nothing changing? Do you know why that is? It's because God is testing you, but you're not learning. You're not trying to pass the test. So you keep repeating cycles, repeating patterns, and the same situation keeps occurring, but in different ways with different people and different scenarios. Life keeps teaching us the same lessons until we learn them. To stop repeating the same lessons or the same patterns, we need to think about what each lesson is trying to tell us. So we have to be mindful of our actions and try to always aim to grow and make smart choices so you can move past those cycles that hold you back. It's all about being open to change. You cannot keep doing the same thing, or if you're caught up in the same situation, you do the same things. There has to be a point where you realize what is going on and realize that you need to change the approach, take different steps. It's all about awareness and knowing yourself and remembering what you've learned in the past so that you don't repeat the same thing. So if you keep on doing the same thing, you will get the same results every time. So basically, you'll keep meeting different teachers, like people that show you or different cases that will trigger how you learn this lesson or will help you to learn this lesson. Sometimes these teachers help you learn these lessons by doing you wrong. Because sometimes when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, then you become aware of certain things, and then you become stronger and realize that, you know what, I have to change this. I have to do something different. I can't keep doing the same things. So sometimes people can be used as teachers to teach you a lesson. God uses these situations to open your eyes up. So to break free from repeating problems, you need to change how you see things, to notice the lessons in those patterns. You cannot simply just avoid the situations, because no matter how you try to avoid it, it meets up back with you because you haven't learned your lesson. You just have to grow and move forward and change certain things. Change the way how you do things. Switch it up. I think it was in Exodus where the Israelites spent so long in the wilderness because of their faith. Their faith wasn't very strong. They struggled again and again, worshipping a golden calf instead of God, complaining about the food God provided, rebelling against Moses and Aaron, worshipping pagan gods more and more. But eventually their unbelief and rebellion became so bad that God ordered them to wander in the wilderness for 40 years. So because they didn't intend to learn what could have happened in a few years, developed into 40 years. It took them so long. We have to let God lead us sometimes. We cannot do things our own way. No matter how you try to do it your own way is not working out. That is because God, only He knows what's best for you. So no matter how you try to do things your way, you keep on repeating mistakes because you're so stubborn trying to doing it your way, that you fall in the same trap over and over again. So here's our choice. God values free will. If we choose not to believe and instead go our own way, God will allow us to. He's not going to put up resistance. He's just going to allow you to do it. And this choice often leads to destruction, just as it did for the Israelites. But God allows us to walk that path. If we choose to step out in faith, God will transform us. He will take our fear and turn it into peace. He will take our messy lives and clean it up for His glory, just as He did with the Israelites when He destroyed that rebellious generation and replaced it with a faithful one. He will take you to the promised land if you only learn your lesson. In Zechariah 13 verse 9 it says, I will bring the 1/3 through the fire, will refine them as silver as silver is refined, and test them as gold is tested. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. I will say, this is my people, and each one will say, this is my Lord. So you listen to that? He said, I will bring 1/3 through the fire, will refine them as silver, and test them as gold is tested. And by testing gold, you have to put it through fire. So after all that, when He brings you through all that, you have to call on His name. Stop putting up resistance. Stop making it so hard when it can be easy. Pass the test the first time around. Don't keep on going on, try to do things your way, because it's not your way. It's never our way. It's always His way. Also in Psalm 66 verse 10 to 12, it says, for you have tried us, O God. You have refined us as silver is refined. You brought us into the net. You laid an oppressive burden upon our loins. You made men ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, yet you brought us into a place of abundance. He's only testing you to make you stronger for His glory. Trust in Him, put Him first, and no matter what, remain pure in heart. Because in Proverbs 17 verse 3 it says, the crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. So no matter what you're going through, No matter the lessons, try to learn them and remain steadfast because love is the number one thing. The one thing God wants to know the most is your heart. He searches your heart. He wants to see how pure your heart is. So you have to go through the fire. You have to be tested like silver and gold. Because while silver and gold is tested, it is getting rid of its impurities. So when you're being tested, it's stripping you from your impurities and refining you, making you pure. So no matter what, remain pure in heart. With that said, thanks for watching Truth and Blessings TV. May the Lord bestow upon you an abundance of blessings.